Dark pine forests stretch across the Sierra Nevada mountains, quiet and still. But on the morning of April 12, 1981, silence was shattered in cabin 28 of the Keddie Resort. A crime so brutal, so senseless, and so shrouded in mystery that it still haunts Northern California to this day. A mother, her son, his best friend, all bound, bludgeoned, and stabbed in a savage triple homicide, while children slept just feet away, untouched. And even after 4 decades, the questions scream louder than the answers. Who did this? Why? And was there a cover-up? This is the Keddie Cabin Murders, a cold case layered with twisted family secrets, missed opportunities, and evidence that should have solved it years ago. Stay with us, because what's buried in these woods might still be alive. If you're drawn to chilling unsolved mysteries and deep dives into true crime, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here at True Crime Hub, we uncover what others won't. April 11th, 1981. Keddie, California. A tiny, rundown resort town nestled in the mountains. Cabin 28, home to the Sharp family, a single mother, Glenna Sue Sharp, her 5 children, and the ghosts of a difficult past. That evening, 14-year-old John Sharp brought his friend Dana Wingate over. Sue stayed in, while her younger kids, Rick, 10, Greg, 5, and Justin, 12, a neighbor's child spending the night, settled in to watch TV. By morning, a horrifying discovery: Sue, John, and Dana were found in the living room, bound with medical and electrical tape, stabbed repeatedly, beaten with a claw hammer. Blood-spattered walls, ceilings, yet no sign of forced entry. Sue was gagged and bound with her own underwear. Her throat slit. The killer had left her half-naked, yet no evidence of sexual assault. John and Dana, both teenagers, suffered blunt force trauma so severe it shattered their skulls. Most chilling, the 3 younger boys were untouched, sleeping through, or witnessing, something far more sinister than a nightmare. From the start, the investigation was a disaster. The Plumas County Sheriff's Office failed to secure the crime scene. Footprints were trampled. Potential evidence, lost or discarded. Reportedly, officers didn't even tape off the cabin, allowing locals to wander in. Even more damning, critical leads went ignored. Inside the cabin, a bloody fingerprint was found on a handrail. A steak knife, bent from the force of the attack. A bloody hammer, and a second knife found stuck in a wooden support beam. But there were no arrests. No suspects. Just whispers. Over time, witnesses recalled hearing muffled screams that night, never reported. Rumors swirled about drug use, biker gangs, even a satanic ritual. But the real story might have been much closer to home. Then came the names that would haunt this case forever. Martin Smart, Justin's stepfather, and Beau Boubaid, a shady ex-con friend of Martin's, with possible ties to organized crime. Both were at the bar that night. Both were seen acting strangely afterward. Martin's own wife said he came home in a rage, burning things in their wood stove. And Martin, he told police a hammer had gone missing from his home, one that looked like the murder weapon. Still, no arrest. Even more suspicious, Martin allegedly confessed to a therapist. "I killed Sue because she was trying to break up my marriage." That confession was reported to the police, who did nothing. And Beau, he simply vanished. Rumors claimed he was an FBI informant, raising a chilling possibility. Was the case buried to protect someone? 3 years later, in 1984, a bottle collector stumbled on something terrifying: a skull in the woods 100 miles from Keddie. It was Tina Sharp, Sue's missing 12-year-old daughter. Her body had been taken from the cabin the night of the murders. She vanished without a trace, until now. Authorities kept it quiet, releasing almost no information. Why? Theories exploded. Had she witnessed the killings and been abducted to silence her? Or was she the target all along? Nothing added up, and every answer only raised more questions. For decades, the case froze in silence. Then in 2013, Plumas County brought in new investigators. And suddenly, the cold case heated up. They uncovered a handwritten letter from Martin Smart to his wife, dated the night of the murders. It read, "I've paid the price for your love, and now I've bought it with 4 people's lives." 4 lives. He knew about Tina before the police did. They also found the missing hammer, buried near the crime scene, right where Martin claimed to have lost it. And the fingerprint? Still on file. In 2018, police stated publicly they were close to solving the case, and named Martin and Beau as prime suspects. But both were long dead. Still, questions lingered. Who else knew? Why wasn't justice served sooner? And who were they protecting? What happened in Cabin 28 wasn't just a tragedy, it was a systemic failure. Multiple witnesses came forward with details they said were ignored. Evidence was mishandled, or worse, hidden. And the victims' families, left without answers for decades. Justin, the boy sleeping just feet away, was allegedly hypnotized in an attempt to recall what he saw. He claimed 2 men entered the cabin. He heard screams, then silence. His statements changed over the years. Trauma does that to memory, but the fear in his eyes never changed. The Keddie murders weren't just about violence, they were about the silence that followed. A silence that still screams in the ears of the victims' families. The Sharp family deserves justice, and you can help keep their story alive. If this case moved you, if it left you with questions, don't let it fade. Like this video, leave a comment with your theory, and most importantly, subscribe to True Crime Hub. We cover the cases others forget, and give voice to the victims who no longer have one. Because some stories don't just need to be told, they need to be heard.